Okay, welcome to part 2 of the crank box. So this one you're going to learn how to put all these together as well as make this thing spin. Okay, so here's how you start off. File, New. But this time I need you to open up a different one. You're going to open up the standard in.iam. Take a moment to load. Okay, next you hit place. Go find your files. So the first one, crank. Just dump it once. Every time you click, it'll add a new one. So pretty much you could add an infinite amount of these, but I don't want to. I just want one. If you accidentally add an extra one, just click it and delete. Okay, place again. Pin holder, or crank holder, whatever we called it on yours. There's one or two depending on the class. Dump 2 of these here. Okay. In fact, I take one and maybe move it down here. And then place 2 walls. Where did I put that? There it is. Wall, wall. Okay, so as you look at this for the very first time, you have to learn how to visualize how objects are going to go together. Now, you may think this is very remedial, but it can be kind of difficult when you're not putting together with your hands, but with a computer and a set of different functions. So, as of right now, if you try to grab the crank, you'll see it goes to the object. It doesn't recognize surfaces unless you tell it to. Okay? So there's 2 main things that you will use, mate and flush. So if you click on the constraint button right here, you see that you have 2 options. One is mate and one is flush. Flush, of course, will bring 2 parts together. Sorry, mate will bring 2 parts together. Flush will align sides. Okay? So, but first, before we get started, it's always wise to ground something. Sorry about that. It's always wise to ground something. So click on an object, right-click, and go ground it. Now this one can't be moved. Okay? You see a little pin by it. That means it's stuck. Okay. First thing I want to do is I need to grab a wall, and we're going to rotate the wall to where it's aligned with this side right here. So choose on the constraint button. Choose flush. Now, you want to zoom in. Don't be really far out here. You want to click the side of this and the face of this. You'll hear a popping sound. Now, these 2 are aligned with each other. Choose apply. Okay? Next, let's mate it. I think this will be easier doing it this way. That way you can see how they go together. Okay, you're going to zoom in. If you're zoomed out, you can't see it. Click the bottom of this. Press Shift, hold scroll, move your screen around slowly. Then choose the bottom of this. You'll see how it lined it up. Choose apply. Now, if I press cancel, you'll see how it's staying right on that. So guess what you have to do next? Flush these 2 sides. Now, don't just leave it there and line it up because that's not accurate. You have to flush it. So choose flush, choose side, and apply. And press cancel. Now, you'll see here how I can't move that. And neither can you. Okay? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So press on the constraint button. Okay? Flush. Choose the face of this. Now I have to go over here because I want to see the side here. And this side right here. Once I click it, it will align it. Press apply. Mate. Choose the top of your base here. I have to shift under because I have to see this part because I'm putting together this part here and this part here. Okay? Now once I do that, it is now on there, regardless of how I want it. I didn't realize I just have like Green Bay Packer colors here. Flush. Flush this side, this side. Now they're both together. You see that? Okay. One more, and that's this one here. But this one I'm going to start a little different than I did the last one. So I'm going to go mate first. I'm going to mate the bottom of this and the top of one of these 2. It doesn't matter which one because it's level. And it will pop onto it. Apply. Flush is next. Flush the side of this, and apply. Then flush the side of this, and the side of this, and apply. You're done. So hopefully you got that. Hopefully that wasn't too fast. I hope you were able to see how they line up. Okay? The last thing is this crank right here. So in order to do this one, you have to choose on the constraint button, choose the side of this, and you'll see this long little, called a center line that goes through it, and I need you to click that first. Then zoom in on these holes. You want to find a match with that line by clicking on the side or the surface of this hole right here. If you click and apply, it will slide it in there. Now I'm going to press cancel just so you can see how it's moving up and down. So I'm going to put it down like this because there's one final step, and that is to flush it with the bottom here. So choose on the constraint button. You're going to choose on flush, click the bottom of this, choose apply, choose cancel. You are done. That's it. That's all you had to do. Okay? So let's go ahead and save this. So save as your last name, Crankbox. Now that's set and ready to roll. I'm not getting those errors up because these parts are saved into another part too. Okay, so this part's done. I'm going to show you one more quick thing. File, New, and then once you go down here to standard in.ipt, hit Create. It will immediately prompt you to open up a file as soon as you start this. So go find your file that you just saved. This made my life harder. There we go. That's where it was. Crankbox. It's a different color because, like I said, I made a lot of these this week. Okay, there we go. Now, I usually like to hit one of these corners here to start this off just because it makes it a nice little view. Okay, you hit tweak. Let's say I want to click on this bottom here. You get a series of arrows. I want to pull it down, so just grab it and drag it down. I don't care how far. Okay? Go ahead and click this wall here. Drag this. Move it out. Click this one here. Drag it. Move it out. I'm going to click the crank last. Drag this and move it up. Press check mark. You're done. All you have to do now is watch the magic happen. You made this little animation. And job well done. Okay, once you're finished, I would like you to turn in this file here. As well as your crank box here with all the parts. So you're actually going to turn in 5 things. So this piece, the 2 boxes, the assembly, and this. So you're going to turn in 5 total files. Okay? You got that done. Job well done. Hopefully you didn't struggle too much. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.